Welcome back to another exciting episode. Today we're going to be playing War on the Sea. This is a different, it's not a very, action built, it's not like it's one of those games where instead of controlling a single person and shooting people, or a single vehicle and shooting people, you're like a commander and you control everything. It's an RTS, real-time strategy game. It's one of those games, and I thought it'd be fun to play. This game is about the Pacific Theater of World War II. Obviously, if it not being clear enough by the title, it is a naval-based game, and it's a strategy game, which means you control all the ships like a commander looking over the battlefield. I'll probably skip through most of the logistics and kind of stick to the action, which this game really shines at. Trust me, baby. And let me go ahead and load my current save and catch you up on what has happened so far. The date is August 14th, 1942, and the situation is concerning. Japanese forces have been building up and trying to creep their way into friendly ports and unoccupied islands. On the 9th, a Japanese convoy consisting of heavy cruisers and merchant ships was spotted in the middle of the Solomon Islands and engaged by our surface forces, causing heavy losses. But through lack of conservative tactics, we expended way more ammunition than expected and had to return home resupplied. Without surface forces in the area, Japanese convoys were able to move in and out as they pleased. Measures have been put in place to make sure this mistake doesn't happen again. 2 days later, something terrifying was spotted. A massive Japanese convoy was seen making its way towards Milne Bay at high speed, and most concerningly, it held a Japanese battleship, Yamato, the biggest battleship to ever set sail. It was a desperate situation. They were near miles from the friendly port, and had many merchant ships, presumably loaded with troops, ready to land. But we pressed home. Through a multitude of small and desperate air attacks, we were somehow barely able to scare off the enemy forces, and sink a heavy cruiser in the process. Although these small and heroic victories have provided a small morale boost that is desperately needed, we must stay on alert, as many Japanese ships are still out there and pose a serious threat to our operations. Hopefully, the addition of the USS Wasp will give us the edge that we need to hold our ground in the area. And here we are. This is a map of the Southwest Pacific. Blue is good, which is us. Red is enemy, which is bad. And we can see all of our blue ships here. There's a lot of stuff. It's pretty complicated, but basically, we are taking part in Operation Watchtower, which was actually a real-life operation in World War II. And the goal is to take over and construct an airfield on Guadalcanal, which is this island over here. It's red. So far we've lost 9 aircraft, and those 9 aircraft were lost over here in this area. We found a Japanese fleet, and they tried to attack Milne hold up.
Milne
Bay. Milne Bay. They tried to attack it, and we scared them off with all of our aircraft over here. From all of these different ports. Each of these stars represents a single port, which is under our control. And at these ports, you can launch aircraft, repair your ships, well, and even buy ships, which you can't do at any port except for the home port, which is this one with the star that's filled in. And if you click New Sea, you can go through a list of a bunch of ships, and I already have plenty. I don't plan on buying any very soon. Let's go to the enemy losses, which, as you can see, we have not lost a single ship in the campaign so far. And look at the enemy losses. Look at this. We are doing awesome. Very recently, I have purchased and acquired an aircraft carrier, my very first aircraft carrier. It's a small one. It's not very strong, but it has just as many aircraft as the other 3 that were available. And so that's what I'm really concerned about, is having as much air power as possible. 2 planes I sent off over here because we scouted and spotted a Japanese submarine, and that was the last thing I did before I saved the game and left to go do something else. I tried to bomb the submarine. They all missed. That's fine, it's not gonna end the world. And we have plenty of submarines ourselves, which we have not been able to put to very effective use yet, but they are guarding the waters like, what are they? Wolves, wolf packs. That is what they are used for over there. And we were only able to sink a cruiser, which was, yeah. Just a second. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I can pause. So anyway, pizza's here. I'm back. So, this makes up pretty much 90% of the game, looking at this map. Oh, also, recently, it just turned to 18 o'clock. At 18 o'clock, all the way up until 5 o'clock of the next day, are nighttime hours, and you can't launch aircraft at nighttime hours because I guess they can't see in the dark.
I can't see.
Must be scary.
Many months later.
Testing. Right now I'm not repeating any games with, oh. Look at hold on. As I was talking, look at this. Encounter with Taffy 1. Begin. This is all of our units in the area that we can use during this encounter. And let's start. And ooh, look at that. This is my beautiful carrier, the USS Wasp. The game is currently paused, and that's the great thing about RTS. Or at least some RTS. You can pause and look around and survey what's happening when you feel like you might be losing. I'm pausing every little small second just to look for torpedoes in the water. They're usually very tricky to spot, but I should be able to see them pretty clearly at night. Oh. Pause. Do you see that over there, just right there? Those are torpedoes. I'm gonna go ahead and have all the ships, I guess we'll do all the ships break formation. Break, please. Turn hard that way. If I turn this way, think this way, this way. And you are gonna turn this way. Also gonna turn this way. I don't think I'm gonna have you turn very aggressively. You just go off over here. And the way you move these ships, at least, like, make them go to a specific spot, you don't have the traditional steering like you do in games where it's WASD. You do have that, but WS doesn't go forward or backwards, and A and D only turns the wheel a little bit to a certain direction, and once it turns that direction, it will keep going in that direction until you tell it otherwise. Or you could just click navigation mode and click on anywhere on the map, and it'll go. I'm going to have it go that way, probably. I'm glad I spotted those torpedoes, and yep, you can see them right there, too. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, okay. On, maybe not such aggressive turn. I don't think you're going to be able to make it if you go like that. Alright. Listen here, Wasp. Here's what we're going to do. For your safety. For your safety, USS Wasp. I'm gonna try to maneuver in between the torpedoes, which should be possible. I think if I have good eyes and I can see that, and I think we're good. There. And now this way. Pause. Hold up. There they are. There's the torpedo. And it looks like it's just barely gonna miss us. Ooh, lucky. Very good. I told you I'm good at this game. Brooklyn, we're going to have you stop following that waypoint. You're just going to go straight from now on, and those torpedoes are going to miss everything. Wasp, I'm going to have you go that direction. Brooklyn, I'm going to have you go that direction too. U-4, on the other hand, U-4 destroyers armed with depth charges. You're going to go up here and find that submarine. Submarine finding is a very elegant, very complex technique that has been used for generations. No, it hasn't. But in this game it has. And it basically, you turn on active sonar. That's how you see things underwater. Yep. Boop. Boop. You don't have a sonar, you don't either. I'm going to turn off your radar. That's the air search radar. It's not going to help because there's no planes. Obviously, it's dark. Although I have my own specific technique for finding submarines. As you can see, with the Wasp over here, I did a little underwater camera so that I can see the torpedoes. There they are. Hi, torpedo. And I can do that to any of my ships at any time. And so, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my ship that is closest to where the torpedoes begin. And I'm going to maneuver. I'm going to obviously turn my ships towards where the submarine is most likely at. And I am going to, let's speed up time just a little bit. I am going to look into the underwater mode. And I'm going to zoom out and look for the submarine that way. Because you can see it this way. I know, cheating, but hey, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Would you rather you be cheating or the Japanese be cheating? Who do you want to win? The Americans or the Japanese? There she is. What did I tell you? That's the little son of a gun that tried to kill us. Now, destroying a submarine, depth charges. They just float underwater and boom. Simple. Maybe I shouldn't be dumbing this game down for you guys so much. You probably know at least some of this. I mean, this is not that complex. Let's see, that submarine. Here we go to our firing orders. This is how we're going to attack the submarine. On the depth charges, we're going to do 3 sets of depth charges, I think I'm going to use, and let's judge how deep the submarine is. Go with 8 seconds. 8 seconds should do fine. You know what's weird is I'm right over the submarine, and why is it not appearing on the map? It should be. I have the sonar on. You feel like you would be able to see that. There it is. Oh crap. I should have fired sooner. Go ahead and fire. Fire those depth charges. Okay. I think maybe this first set can possibly cause some damage. Ooh. Looks like we mostly missed. Yeah, no damage. Oh yeah, this is the action report where we can see all the damage to our ships. Oh, silly me. You guys have fire at will and your searchlights on. Those searchlights aren't going to do anything. It's underwater. You're just shooting lights at the water. Hold on. Turn those off. Sometimes even masters make mistakes. There, now we can see it a lot better on the map. Now we are in a perfect depth charge position right over top of the submarine. Just wait a few seconds. seconds. Right about there. That'll be good. I'm gonna stick with the 8 seconds. I think that's fine. Ooh, there we go. That's some good damage. Damage, moderate flooding. Ooh. Heavy damage, critical flooding. That is nice. I think she's probably going to be sinking. Let's go ahead and park the submarine here just in case, though. She's probably going to sink, but one more just in case. Be right above the depth charges when they explode, because they make quite a... Oh, well, that was great. I dropped those depth charges for nothing. It just started sinking. Great. That was a huge waste of ammunition. At least we managed to sink it. The important thing is that we defended our aircraft carrier. Now, back to fast forwarding by 300. Hold up, wait. Before we do that, let's make another save. So, I've been meaning to do a lot of... that's a lot of, those are float planes. Ah. Well, that can only mean one thing. There's ships. Probably up here. I'm gonna go ahead and just guesstimate. Appears to be something up there. Well, crap, I was just gonna send these Kingfishers out to see what it was, but I want you guys to go up here, see what you can find. That's very oh, great. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! 2 battleships and a battle cruiser. Greenling, go up there and try to intercept them. Well, let's make a save. You can tell whenever I get scared that something bad's gonna happen, I just make a save so that I can retry. It's not cheating, it's just called load a saved game. Well, I'm not entirely sure. I don't fully believe the Kingfisher about 2 battleships and 1 battle cruiser, but I also, it's been known to happen, and so I'm not unconfident that it's what it is, but I'm also not confident. Ignore for now. For now, we'll ignore. First, I just want to know where it's going. Hold up. How do I... That looks like it's coming down here, and Task Force 1 is 1 battleship and 2 cruisers. Oh, geez. We're definitely not equipped to fight that, even though it's a powerful surface force. So for now, I'm going to let you guys retire down here, and instead of going up here, you Kingfishers are all going to very kindly shadow this battleship, because that's, you know, what I want you to do. Oh, ooh. Let's see. Hold up. Launch aircraft. Let's see. We're gonna launch a strike from the Wasp. Let's see. Endurance 300, about 360 nautical miles, and about 400 nautical miles for the Dauntless. That's pretty good. How many nautical miles currently are we away? 211. That's plenty of distance to make. Okay. Taffy 1, you're going to go up here, and we're going to have you launch some aircraft, and we're going to blow up that battleship. It's going to be awesome. Oh, I hope you guys are ready. You just got to see something spicy. You're going to get to see our aircraft carrier in action. So let's go ahead and launch the Dauntlesses, since they have more endurance. And your course is going to be go right over there and just bomb the absolute bejeeples out of Can I Launch Aircraft. Greenling, you are on your way. Let's wait a little bit for the Dauntlesses to get here. Alright, Tactical, here. Now, you guys are really going to get to see some good action. Boom! And we've instantly spotted the fleet. And these Avengers are in a pretty good position to launch a strike against this frontward battleship. Now, it is imperative that we kind of keep these aircraft safe. They are very valuable. We do not want to lose them because an aircraft carrier is only as useless as the aircraft it carries, which I think are very useful, which is why we don't want to lose too many. These Dauntlesses are going to go straight in for the attack. Actually, maybe... Cease real quick. Halt ye, stop, attack. We're not going to have you go straight in for the kill just yet. We're going to have our Avengers go around to the side and get ready for an awesome torpedo attack. Well, my Dauntlesses are disobeying all rules that I told them, and they're going straight in for the attack, which is fine. They should do pretty great. Oh, the convoy is now moving erratically. I believe they found out that they're about to be under attack from a bunch of friggin' aircraft. Avengers, assemble. Oh, let's watch from these guys right in the middle of the action. I believe the Japanese have already started firing anti-air. Yep, they're shooting flak into the sky trying to shoot us down. But here we go. Here we go. They're in the dive. They're about to bomb it. Boom! Boom! Ooh! And the aircraft are out of here. The wrath of the anti-aircraft guns. Our torpedo bombers are now inbound. They're about to drop their deadly payload. Ooh! Boom! Boom! Ooh! Critical damage, critical plunder. Look at that. It's sinking though. That is awesome. Man, I am so happy right now. I am so freaking happy right now. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of me. 10 command points and 1 battleship sunk. That is awesome. We lost 8 aircraft, but I believe that is well worth it. Let's see, we only have 6 torpedo bombers now, but our Dauntlesses, we have 10 of those left. And so I think they are fine. Let's go ahead and make a save, because that was awesome. We have even more aircraft inbound, and a submarine. One thing that's weird about this game is any time you leave an encounter, even if the enemy still had ships left after you left the encounter, the ships disappear on the map, and for some reason you have a lot of trouble finding them back. Now that one of their battleships is sunk, they have one less battleship with a bunch of anti-aircraft guns to shoot down our planes. And so our planes should be a little bit safer this time. Alright, our Avengers and Dauntlesses are now in the same area. Let's go to the tactical and nab us a second battleship. There they are over there. I think I'm gonna send these Avengers over here. If we send our torpedo bombers to attack from this angle, they are going to be attacking side on, so our torpedoes have a better chance of hitting, but they're also going to have to fly over this heavy cruiser before they get to the battleship, which means we're probably going to lose a lot of aircraft before they even drop their torpedoes. And I don't want to do that, and so I think I'd rather have nothing in between the battleship and my planes when they drop their payload. I think I'm going to do the same with the Dauntlesses, but I prefer them attacking head-on, because then you can bomb down the length of the ship. It's much easier. Oh, and what do you know? Look at that. Task Force is turning, once again, to, what, evade my aircraft? The aircraft come in, because if they turn... Are they really about to... Oh! What do you know? How about that? So yeah, the AI ships can just sail through each other without hurting each other. Unfortunately, my ships do not have that pleasure. I learned that the hard way. I'm gonna go ahead and have all of you guys peel off and go attack that battleship. Bomb them. These guys are very indecisive as to where they want to turn. Actually, you know what? No, I know what they're doing. They're doing zigzags so that they can try and dodge the bombs. Hopefully, that plan does not work, and our bombs hit straight and true. Oh, you can see the aircraft from over here, them diving. Oh, that looks awesome. They just all fall in a line straight towards the enemy. Let's look at it now. Come on. Do it. Bombs away. Oh, those look good. Ooh. Oh, we lost the Dauntless. Oh. Ooh, devastating hits, though. Absolutely awesome. Alright, go ahead and break formation if you don't mind and attack independently now. This battleship just got bombed to oblivion, and now it's about to get torpedoed beyond its wildest dreams. Survive. Endure. 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 Drop the torpedoes. There you go. Torpedoes in the water heading straight for this behemoth, which is already at heavy damage and heavy flooding. They're pretty much done for. You probably don't even need all of these torpedoes. Would it trouble all of you to fly just a little bit faster? But let's zoom down here real quick, and we don't want to miss the first torpedo strike. Ah ha ha. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nicer. Critical damage, critical flooding. Ouch. Boom. Okay, that was a dud. That's fine. Okay, that was a dud. That's fine. Okay, that was a dud too. That's fine. It's at critical damage and critical flooding, so I still think that is very likely going to sink. There it goes. Now it's sinking. Actually, those torpedoes might zoom over and hit this destroyer. If we're lucky. Hold on. Let's speed this up real quick. Hold up. No way. Okay, dud. No way. This torpedo just... No, this destroyer just sailed right in front of the torpedoes that all missed the battleship. It might get hit by that one, too. Oh, it's going to be close. Come on. Right in front. Ooh, narrowly avoided that torpedo. Oh, that was so close. But dang. Man, what a devastating attack. Also, duly note that we lost way less aircraft than we did last time. We only lost 4 Avengers and 1 Dauntless. That is much more successful, and I think it's due to the fact they have less anti-air guns from the previous battleship being sunk. It did! The destroyer sank. No frickin' way. Well, this is awesome. Now they have double less than what they had before. Let's wait for these guys to get beyond visual range. Oh, let's look at this battleship sinking from underwater. Oh, doesn't that look awesome? You can hear the sounds too. Oh, there it goes. It just disappeared. We sunk a destroyer and a battleship. 12 command points gained. Thank you. You know what? I think I've been recording way too long and spent most of this video. I think you guys have gotten enough action right. Plenty of action for today. I sunk 2 battleships and a destroyer and a submarine. Enemy losses are through the roof today. This aircraft carrier was a good idea. It's doing its job. I knew something like this would happen, and I'm so happy. I'm going to go ahead and save the game here, and I think that's where we're going to call it quits. Thank you for watching. There are no links in the description. This video is not sponsored. I am a very small YouTuber. So,